Hi, this is Joe again with another movie review. In the topic of this video, I'm going to be discussing the movie that is celebrating its 50th anniversary this year in 2014. And I want to give some time for it because going out of order. But I'm going to be discussing one of the James Bond movies that is celebrating its 50th anniversary. Like I said, and it is actually the third James Bond movie, and in my opinion, the best one of the entire James Bond series. And that is, of course, Mr. Goldfinger. And I'm not going to sing the song, but it is Goldfinger. And like I said, in my opinion, it's the best one and the quintessential James Bond film. There's so many cliches that have been copied from other spy films from the 60s. But it also has its own colorful cast of villains and henchmen, and when they did like over the top of the names, when they call the names of some of these characters. Whereas this movie is based good forward because it brings back Sean Connery again as James Bond. I think he did like the first 5 movies, 4 or 5 films. Yeah, I think he did the first 5 films, and then he took a break for a while, and then he came back, did another one, and then he quit again. And then he came back in 1980. This is Sean Connery came back in 1983. He did what I think is like the worst of the James Bond films, which is Never Say Never Again. This is when Sean Connery's doing his prime, and this is when what I think is did the most fun. And because Dr. No came out in 1962, and then went in a trend when MGM trying to get a James Bond movie out every single year. At this point, and they said Goldfinger came the third movie of the series, and like I said, the best one, because of how great it is, the pacing of the film, great plot point, great villain. Plus, the villain had 2 henchmen. One was a woman and one was a guy. Because the villain was played by Good Ford, who played the title character Goldfinger. And this is one of the few Bond films that actually has the villain's name as the title of the film. Good Ford plays Goldfinger, who is obsessed with gold. Of course, like in the title song, sung by Shirley Bassey. And I think this was the first Bond movie that actually had the theme song during the opening credits after the teaser piece, or so to say, the shocking teaser piece. And of course, he had the song Goldfinger playing during the opening credits, which was never done in the other first two Bond films. But that's when Good Form played, let's say, Goldfinger. He wanted to invade Fort Knox. And originally, when delivered this plan, people thought he was going to rob Fort Knox. They said no, he wanted to blow up an atom bomb at Fort Knox, an atomic bomb at Fort Knox, to make the U.S. gold supply radioactive. And of course, James Bond, of course, big surprise, he does stop him at the end of the film. What makes this film great is some of the lines and some of the scenes in this film. Like there's one particular scene where a sequence when Bond does meet Goldfinger at a club or golf course. He beats him at Bond, of course, beats Goldfinger in golf. And of course, our job says, "Oh, you mentioned me once before." And of course, there's a scene in the beginning of the film, which you want to get to in a minute. The other big scene that got the most shock value out of. When the scene in the golf course, our job taking your hat and go like this, and he flips his hat, and he chops off the head of a statue because his hat has a blade in it, and he kills somebody. He'll break somebody's neck or chop somebody's head off. When the scene earlier, which was the biggest shock scene of the film, was when Bond bones Goldfinger's girlfriend because he seduces her and has sex with her. gets knocked out by uh, Goldfinger's henchman, Oddjob. And not only does he knock out Bond, but kills the girl, and she was completely painted in gold paint, which is the biggest shock scene in the whole film. Of course, later on, of course, he meets his other henchman, who was played by Anna Blackman, played Pussy Galore. Of course, we have all those kinds of tropes. As a matter of fact, when my father told me when he first saw this movie, when his original theatrical run, when Anna Blackman introduces herself to James Bond, said, "My name is Pussy Galore," somebody in the movie theater yelled out, "Hello, Pussy." Even at that time, they were making jokes of the name. And of course, you had a little seduction. And other than in the first two films, with the girls in the other two Bond films were like, they had a little bit of brains in their head, but dumb as well. Not in this case. Anna Blackman was one up in Bond. Throughout the film, and she really made the film really terrific, because she actually had a brain in her head. Not only does she have the intelligence to match Bond, but she also had the physical skill to match Bond in terms of fighting skills. But of course, at the end of the film, of course, she turns. Of course, at the end of the film, now, like in the previous Bond film, which was Flesh with Love, where the girl does turn and helps Bond out more. But in this film, you really didn't know if Pussy Galore was going to turn or not, or help Bond out, or help Goldfinger. You really didn't know till the very end of the film. Excuse me. Of course, Oddjob, Harold Tanaka, played Oddjob, and he also did great. He was a mute. He didn't say a word through the whole film. I don't know if he could speak English or not, but I think he was like an Olympic weightlifter. So that's why he had such a big, bulky, build. And he was, and of course, he had the famous fight scene, in the vault in Fort Knox, and Bond trying to do everything he can to beat this guy physically, and Oddjob was just beating the crap out. And then the first time when Bond did not have the upper hand in a fight. In the first two Bond films, he was pretty even, physically even with the villain. And the villain didn't really have all that much of a band; like pretty even with body type, body size. But not in Goldfinger, because Oddjob was kicking his ass. Until, of course, the funny part was at the beginning of the fight, when the fight scene when Bond picks up a gold ball and throws it at Oddjob, just bounces off his chest. I mean, it's not going to go. This fight's not going to go too well. But of course, it was not a shocking ending in that fight. But in terms of the film, this is the one Bond film that I do have in my video collection. I do have the first four Bond films, but I have, except for the Daniel Craig films, I've seen just about all of them. This is the one Bond film that I could watch again and again and again and enjoy it. When the other Bond films, like Dr. No, I could see it, could watch it, and it's fine. I don't mind watching that because it's the first Bond film. That's what I do a review of, or Watch With Love. I could watch it, but I don't really. Yeah, I mean it's watchable, but I don't really like it. Yeah, and I like what Robert Shaw was in, as the hitman, but in Watch With Love. But in terms of a movie that I could enjoy watching all the way through, I had my attention to the whole film. That's Goldfinger. Of course, the running joke in the Bond films, especially with Sean Connery and the Roger Moore films, was that they had a different actor playing the Felix Leiter character, which I might get to if I do Dr. No. Dr. No, he had Jack Lord, who was in the original who played McGarrett in the original Hawaii Five-0 series. I guess after played Felix Leiter in the first movie. I think he got hired for Hawaii Five-O and just played that character, and didn't come back to the series. But all the other movies, he had different Felix Leiter in it, or a different actor playing the part. And in this movie, he had a much older actor. I know the guy who played Felix Leiter in Goldfinger, but he had a much older guy. And then, of course, in the next one, you have Felix Leiter in the next movie. You had a much younger guy playing the Felix Leiter character. But I think the last time you had Felix Leiter was in the movie License to Kill with Timothy Dalton. I think when Timothy Dalton did Bond, I think it was the last time you had Felix Leiter in it. But of course, in Goldfinger, you also had the bit where you had in Q's lab when he was introduced to all of his gadgets, like the car. They asked him on DB5, which was in the next film, which is Thunderball. You see the car again at the beginning of the film. But in terms, that's when you're introduced to the car. That's when you're introduced to all those gadgets in that car. Of course, one of the most iconic scenes in the film, other than the introduction to the Aston Martin, was the scene where Bond does get caught by Goldfinger, Goldfinger's henchman. He's lying on the table, arms stretched out, his legs stretched out, and Goldfinger had this laser. And he had a laser beam, on this gold beam, going up to Bond's manhood. And that's when he's getting concerned because the lasers coming right out of there. And of course, Connery says, "You expect me to talk?" Goldfinger says, "No, Mr. Bond, I expect you to die." I mean, you had that line. You had when Pussy Galore was introduced. Bond says, "I must be dreaming." You had that line. You had so many great lines. Of course, like the scene I mentioned earlier, where Godjob first threw his hat and chopped the head off the statue. Bond says, "Goldfinger, what does the club secretary have to say that you broke the statue?" And Goldfinger says, "Well, nothing, Mr. Bond. I own the club." So you had that line. You had so many great lines, or funny lines in this film. Plus all the gadgets and the car and everything else. So that's what makes Goldfinger is the perfect and the best James Bond film, because it's terrific. I mean, the pacing and the tense, and of course the scene with the people being gassed. I don't giving stuff away. I don't want to give everything away, because those of you out there who never seen Goldfinger. But I've always enjoyed Goldfinger. I think it was like the first Bond movie I've ever seen. I saw it on television, of course, because I wasn't born yet when the movie came out. But I enjoyed the movie. I thought it was great. I thought the scene, the gas, I thought it was where Goldfinger uses nerve gas to knock everybody out, so he can get his guys to go into Fort Knox without having to worry about the troops. And that was creepy because you see all of them passing out. And I thought it was like too simple. Not the scheme itself, but it was like too. You knew it was, and then I think it was a little phony when you just sort of, oh, the plane, oh, stop. They saw the plane and they hit the plane tomorrow, go, oh, they did that. They said, oh, plane, stop. So that kind of, bothered me because they fell too easy. They didn't fall hard. They just went, they got easy like that. All of a sudden they went pop. It wasn't a dramatic falling down by the troops. There wasn't anything dramatic about it. I like the scene earlier where earlier scene where you first was introduced to the nerve gas that Goldfinger would use in the Fort Knox raid. That scene was a little more dramatic. You didn't have anything like that when the troops at Fort Knox were being gassed. You didn't have that. So they fell to the ground too easily. This, like this. they're all passed out like that. I mean, I thought it was too. Yeah, I thought it was kind of funny. I said, "Oh, look, they're all cast out." But of course, we don't know otherwise, and of course, Bond wins in the end, and he usually does in the Bond films. And I think that because when the first two films were very successful, this one was, I think, it was extremely successful, and won acclaim basically because of the gadgets, because of the villains, because of the car, of course, because the chicks like the car, and of course you had the girl. You always have an early. I think that's about every Bond film. You always have at least one girl who's in a bikini in one of these films, and which I don't mind. You know, go for those kind of things. To see who was going to be in the bikini. Unfortunately, you didn't see Anna Blackman in the bikini. You saw the girl who was playing in gold in the beginning of the film in the bikini. But that's it. But as a Bond film, 50 years later, this movie still holds up, even though kids today will not get it because there's no real computer, there's no computers, there's no internet, there's no Facebook or YouTube or none of the stuff that we use today, or the type of stuff that I'm posting this video on that used back then, 1964. And also, this was also, I think, this was also the only Bond film that did not have with Sean Connery in it. They did not have Spectre in the film. Because all the other Bond films that Sean Connery did, you had Spectre in it. Even the one that he didn't do, that George Lazenby did on Her Majesty's Secret Service, you had Spectre in that film. But in terms of and when Roger Moore took over, you really didn't have Spectre in the Roger Moore films. Mostly either drug dealers or others, or like Goldfinger, who was the head of a corporation. You had the corporate guys who doing stuff like stealing missiles or stealing space shuttles and the other films. But in terms of Sean Connery doing James Bond, except for this movie, all the other Bond films he did, like You Only Live Twice, Thunderball, which comes immediately after Goldfinger, Diamonds Are Forever, and Never Say Never Again, which is all the movies that Sean Connery did. You had Spectre in it. Not this one. But the only one they didn't have Spectre, and that's what makes it. Oh, here goes Spectre again. If they did Spectre in this movie, or have Goldfinger as a Spectre agent, which was, I don't know about the original novel, but in the book it didn't have. It wasn't. I don't know about the original novel because it didn't mean the original novel. But I know in this one, Goldfinger was not a member of Spectre in the movie. So at least it broke that. That's what made it more enjoyable. You know, I have Spectre again for the third movie in a row. I think it will ruin it and make it more silly. It would bring a Spectre again for this film, for me. That's what makes it so good, because it did not have, it had a legitimate villain, and not some Spectre agent, or somebody hired by Spectre to go around and get on. You just had a straight up villain with his own agenda, and had a better plot than none of the other villains in the Roger Moore films. So that's my review of Goldfinger. Like I said, it's the best Bond film. And like I say, it's still enjoyed to this day. Please click on the my video. Please rate it. Please comment on. Please like the other videos. Please watch my other videos that are out there. I think I've done about 150. I don't know if it's not all the reviews 150, but it's almost 150 reviews. Please comment on. Please subscribe to my channel. Please comment on. Please share it on your Facebook pages. Thanks for watching.